Hello, everyone. This is Truth and Oneness discussion. So,
With Scorpio?
and Aquarius,
I know. Today we are talking about overpopulation.
or if there is overpopulation.
Yeah.
It's early in the morning, so I'm still half asleep. But anyway, so what is it? So they say there's so we're getting 7 billion people, and we're overcrowding the planet, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I guess we want to just talk about our experiences of traveling that point to otherwise.
Yeah. And we've done more than just fly all over the country. We've been to other countries as well, but we've even driven across this country multiple times.
By this country, I mean the
The
United
U.S.
States.
United States, yeah. And yeah, they say it's like there's not enough food. There's people that are like really into eugenics and stuff like that.
Well, I think the main thing, so I would just want to mainly address the overpopulation issue because that's the only thing I think we can really verify.
Yeah.
Is there really 7 billion people or almost 7 billion people or whatever? I'm not sure about that. I can't say for sure. I just know that there's way, way, way more land and way less people than you would think when you hear the story of people being overpopulated all the time.
Yeah. There's a lot of
The
times.
ratio's a little off.
Yeah. A lot of times when they show like, oh, look at these overpopulations, they just like start taking pictures of like major cities. But a lot of these major cities, we've been to a lot of them, and as soon as you get to the outskirts and you start driving, there's like nobody anywhere for miles and miles and miles.
And so we've driven from the East Coast to the West Coast probably multiple times, and we've gone in different
It's like
directions. We've gone in the
six.
south direction, the middle direction, we've gone in the north direction, and there will be hours and hours and hours and hours of driving where there's like literally no houses, no people.
Yeah. And it's not all just desolate or anything either.
Yeah. We've flown across the country, and you can look out the airplane window and you can see for hours and hours where there's like no
Nothing.
cities.
Yeah.
And then you get to a city, and then you see, population, and then you go past the city, and there's like nothing.
Yep.
So I guess I would just say, actually, I don't think that we are overpopulating the planet. At least it doesn't appear to be that way.
Yeah.
Based off of like personal experience. I've been to other countries too, and it's kind of the same there. When we flown to like India and back, and like the Caribbean several times, and it's kind of the same sort of story. And it's not like you see people walking, or people like, or even houses or civilization. You don't see civilization like smashed together continuously. There's like humongous areas for, like I said, hours and hours. I could say the ratio of civilization to like not land that doesn't even like it's really even been touched is probably like maybe, what would you say, 10 or 15%
Yeah.
of civilization to like land I don't see any signs of life on.
Yeah. It's pretty incredidible like how much land there actually really is when you pay attention instead of just listening to what they say about us overpopulating everything. I remember even just like every single state we drove through when we're in the US, there's more areas by a long shot that have no people. We're driving across a bridge and you look as far as the eye can see, nothing. And then you'll like be driving by all these signs: 400 acres for sale, 500 acres for sale, 200 acres for sale. And then like you'll come up to a pocket of like a tiny little town, and then more of these massive plots of land for sale, and then another tiny little plot of land where people are there, and then it's just It's definitely not as crazy as they try to make it out to be. Like we're doomed or anything like that.
Yeah. So are we being like polluting the planet? Well, I don't think the whole. We as human beings cannot do as much as we think we can to the earth, but we're definitely not being nice when we are, polluting and like throwing shit all over the ground and like that kind
Yeah.
of stuff and killing off all the animals, or not all of them, but you know what we do. But our impact is a lot less than what we think it is, and also our numbers as far as population are way, way,
Yeah.
way, way lower, or not lower, but like they're not. The impact is not. We're not overcrowded, basically.
Yeah.
um,
It's definitely good for us to be mindful of what we're doing.
Absolutely, because the Earth is a living, breathing organism that is here to take care of us, so we should take care of her as well.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, and we do need to actually pay attention to when we're like these companies that just go out and like chop down tons of trees and stuff down. Like it's kind of strange because I don't know, like
It's like rude.
yeah, my family is part of that. Like they had a whole bunch of trees in their backyard, and because they wanted to be able to have more sunlight, they chopped down like 70 trees. So that kind of stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely respect the Earth and respect the space around you and all, but I think the whole media thing, I think they're just trying to freak people out with the whole overpopulation thing. That we're like, oh my gosh, we're so crowded. There's no room for anyone to run out of water, which is like ridiculous. We're gonna run out of food.
Because the running out of water, running out of food thing is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it's because everyone's they're like, well, there's seawater. Yeah, you can't drink that. It's like actually they have like all different types of ways to filter that very, very, very easily. There's lots of fresh water all the time, but they like to just try to hide it with dams and everything like that. Or they try to pollute it with fertilizers so you can't drink it, but even that can be filtered out.
Yeah. So basically, we're good. Anyone who's been like terrified because we're overpopulated and using all the resources on the planet, that can't happen, I'm pretty sure. Based off what I've seen and what I know about the Earth, which I'm pretty sure is like an almost endless space of flat plane or relatively flat plane that is here to provide us with sustenance, and like it's not gonna just starve us to death.
Yeah.
But yeah, so none of that's true what they tell us, and so that's one big fear you can pack away if you did have that fear at all.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do. It's like pretty much anyone you ask literally will be like, oh, yeah, there's way too many people on this planet.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you guys, it's like, have you really thought about that? Or are you just saying that because you've been told that?
And like I said, we've been all over, well, not all over, but
Yeah.
traveled enough to be able to look at, especially the places they tell us are really populated. Those places aren't even really that popular.
Well, because even your brother, he's been in China where they say it's like, and you've been to India, the two most densely populated places. And
there's nobody there.
yeah, he's like, yeah, as soon as you get out of this, you get out of the big city, there's like nobody for miles and miles and miles.
Yeah. So it's not as bad as everyone thinks it is. So we can calm down and relax and think about something else. But respect the earth and people
definitely.
and animals around you.
And it's another way for people to kind of disrespect each other a lot, is that overpopulation thing. Like, we don't deserve to be here, so I don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here. I'm going to be rude to you.
Yeah. Alright, was there any other things you wanted to cover on this one?
Kind of wrap that one up.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.